everybody. Mark here at Gilbo Realty. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another show tonight. It's been a wonderful day today. Right now, it's currently pouring. So I'm watching my cat walk out into the lanai looking to get all wet. For some reason, she seems to enjoy licking the screen with all the water on it instead of her own water bowl, which is filtered. It's kind of interesting, right? Weirdo cat. I'm going to tell you why today, or at least show you when it comes to figures, why the real estate market is typically a mess. A lot of the realtor associations, a lot of the real estate people just say, oh, it's prices. It's prices, prices, prices. And in some way they are correct. But what they're really not looking at is rates. And that typically prices of real estate and almost anything is adjusted for rates, whether they're up or down. And it really comes back to being how cheap can someone borrow money? So if you have a large business, they get lines of credit, whether it's car dealerships, manufacturers, you name it. They have lines of credit that they borrow from or pull money from time to time to buy material, pay employees, pay bills, whatever, to float them in a certain way. And those expenses will dictate sometimes whether they can lower prices or raise prices on a product. And since mortgage rates have gone up quite a bit in the last couple of years, since 2023, the end of it, the prices of real estate have been slowly falling. And I think that if the Fed didn't raise interest rates, real estate would still be going up quite a bit to where it's unaffordable for almost anybody. Now, you may have a home that you bought for $400,000 worth $1 million, but try to sell it. There's nobody out there that can afford to buy it. That's the problem. So be very careful as a seller how greedy you want to be, because eventually the inflation of the real estate value makes it almost impossible for the average Joe to buy it, or the people who typically could afford it, now they can't. So let me show you where it's going to be when it comes to interest rates, where your home should be today based on 2020 values and how interest rates have really messed things up. And they got 3 homes here today. I'm going to show you they're designer homes between that 5 to 600 mark. They're all corner lots. I think you'll like them. They're pretty and they're nice shape, and we'll take a look at those too. But let me show you what I mean when it comes to the calculator and how I typically used to do it in the mortgage business. So let's look at that real quick. All right, so let's discuss why buying a home back in 2019, early 2020, before COVID really took off. What's happened since then and why prices should be lower on real estate, even though we have low inventory in some states in the north and also the northwest. Midwest, really, we should really be much lower when it comes to real estate prices. And there was a lot of money funneled into the economy back in 2020, 21, and 22 by the government bailing people out instead of stopping payments on debt. That's what they should have done. They shouldn't have printed a ton of money. A lot of it was stolen, by the way. Even some of your own politicians were stealing it for their own little political gains, by the looks of it, as we're coming to find out now today in the news. But if you bought a house right here, I have this calculator on the main page of our website towards the bottom. If you bought the house back in the Villages in 2019 for $350, put 20% down, no big deal, 30-year fixed loan, 2.75% at the time you could have gotten. Let's say 1% per year for taxes, $3,500, $1,500 per year for insurance, and HOA fee of $199. That payment would come out to be $1,759 per month. Reasonable, easily doable by many people, especially on a pretty good retirement, whether you're working full time. Even if you're on a small retirement pension, you could work part time and afford that. Well, what happened was now between 2020 and 2023, you had this major ramp up. Major ramp up. A lot of it's just craziness. Most of it is due to COVID, people leaving, people thinking they're buying all these properties. Airbnb's taken off because Airbnb people were using to get out of some of the lockdown states, right? So Airbnb took off. They bought properties. Investors thought that this was just going to last forever. So they bought single family properties they could rent out. And now all this is coming to fruition that that's not the case. So this is what's happening right now. Prices are still high because what happened was now interest rates are 6.75%. And this house is $450,000. And what typically has happened over the history of real estate is that when you have low rates like this, even it doesn't have to be 2.75, it could be 4%. When you have a payment like this of $1,759, typically if the interest rate went up, the house price would go down to accommodate, to try to keep this payment as much as possible. So as rates went up, the price went down. As the price went up, potentially the rates went down. Okay. just to keep the payment the same. It's all about payment on the screen. But that's not happening today. Now what's happening is you have all these inflated prices on real estate in many places, and you still have high rates where the prices have not adjusted enough for the increase in rates. And that's what's going on now in Florida, in many areas of the South, on a slow scale, some places probably on a faster scale. And it's happening now in the villages. You see it slowly declining. But this 350 house is now 450. And if you wanted to buy that today, it's 6.75 if you could buy the rate down. And the taxes, let's say 1.10, are going up because they're going to increase with the increase in purchase price. Insurance about the same. Amenity fees $199, give or take. Back then it was probably a little cheaper. So now this payment is $3,000 a month. So you see the problem is that prices went up, rates went up dramatically. In reality, the prices should go down to accommodate these high rates. That's the problem we're seeing. So what should this house be that they bought for $350? Let's say we go back to the original purchase price. When it's just payment at 6.75, it's still about $600 more than the 2019 purchase. So in reality, this property should be down to probably about 300,000 if I use my brain here, not even. Look at this. So to get this payment down to where it needs to be based on what it was in 2019, this house really today should be worth about 250,000 at these current interest rates. Now, people are out there saying, oh, that's ridiculous, Mark. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. But in reality, this is what has typically been happening throughout time. When prices on real estate were high, rates typically were lower, okay, to accommodate the higher prices. When rates were high, real estate prices dropped to accommodate the high rates. That's not happening today. You still have high prices. You still have really high rates compared to what they were 5 years ago. So this is what's going on. That's why people are saying, I can't afford real estate. It's because of this scenario. The prices have not adjusted to today's higher rates. Okay, house number 1, 2006 Oppenheimer Court, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1,954 square foot. It's a beautiful corner lot home, designer. It's pretty. Got this nice updated landscaping all around. It's a pretty looking home. I like the color of it. I like the color of the roof. It's got quartz countertops in it, nice vinyl flooring. It's pretty. Sitting at $525. $268 a square foot, built in 2023. This home is basically brand new. Not even sure why they bought it, but it's in the village of Newell. It's a Mockingbird begonia model, nestled on a quiet block with no rear neighbors, and it's in the county of Lake, which is a higher tax rate than Sumter County. Just remember that, okay? Let's see where it's located. So here you are. There's a turnpike. There's Megasin. There's Sawgrass. You come down Megasin. It's back over here in the back. You don't really get too much highway noise back here, which is nice, but it really depends on where your lanai is facing. Okay, but let's see some photos. Like I said, it's a beautiful corner lot. Room for a pool. Room for a ton more stuff if you really wanted it to. A ton of landscaping. You could run an awesome bird cage around this, that's for sure. But in the inside of it, I love the walk-in. It's pretty. Beautiful flooring, nice quartz countertops are pretty. That front eating area, which is nice. It's got solar tubes in it. Gas stove down here, all gas. Look at that. It's pretty. I don't mind those cabinets are okay. A lot of storage space in this for the kitchen. Here's a nice living room. This little dining area. I don't mind that. Good thing they don't have too much furniture in this house. It's kind of nice. They kind of kept it plain Jane. They had the light kit from the Village's $39 fan. Nice. Okay. All right. Again, we're going to too many photos there. All right. So here's the master. It's nice. Love the bed. Love the frame. It's gorgeous. All right. So I like this layout. You got the dual sinks, pocket door toilet. Here's your walk-in shower on the right. It's beautiful. Here we go. Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. I like to see the closet. They didn't really show it, but it looks like it has dual closets. I know that's a closet door. There's probably one on the other side of the walkway. Here's another bed. It's in the front of the house. I could tell because the other house is across the street here in the picture. TV on the wall. Nice. Here's the other one. Nice. Now the bed. Very good. Here you go. Love this bathroom. Tiles to the ceiling. Quartz countertops. There's a laundry, which I'm assuming is somewhere off the kitchen. Back lanai. Little expanded lanai, too. It's pretty long. Nice. Man, it must be. I don't know who's buying that furniture. I have the same one back here, and it's highly uncomfortable. That set right there. All right. Gutters all around, folks. That's nice. Get that water away from your house. Remember, right? Here's this big yard. Man, what could you do with this? This is beautiful. Look at that. This is probably where your property line is, but you could run anything from a pool around here. It's gorgeous. So 2006 Oppenheimer Courts, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1954 square foot. It's a village in Newell, sitting at 525, 268 a square foot. Really, there's a house behind it, but it's got this huge corner lot. It is a large lot for the villages, 0.18 acres. Built in 2023. So think about this one. Let's go see another one. All right, 3750 Raspberry Court, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1927 square foot. Corner lot, sitting at 569. New in the market about a day ago. Sitting at 295 a square foot. Built in 2015. Let's see if they put a new roof on it, because you're getting to that point where that roof's going to have to be done probably the next 5 years. But one thing you see here, which is if an agent is smart, they're getting it. They're starting to get it, folks. Bond is paid. It's an Irish model in the village of Dunedin. And pull mail station. It's a nice house. See if there's any dates in here. Nothing that says any kind of updates recently. Look here, there's Lake Deaton. There's 44. It's nice up here. So there's 466A. Come down here to Morse Boulevard. It's right over here above Lake Deaton. And then this will bring you down to Warm Springs, or you can go over here to Sawgrass. And this will bring you to Warm Springs to Marsh Bend to bring you all the way down here to the newer sections if you wanted to. But this is a pretty house. Let's see what it looks like inside. Nice house, basic landscaping. I love it. I like the color of it. It's pretty. Love the front door, and they screened in this front door, which is nice. Painted the driveway portion of it. Little walkway path in the back. That's pretty. Very nice. Nice back pad. Love it. And you could bird cage over that if you wanted to. All right, so here's inside that screen door. Nice. There we go. So you walk in, there's a bedroom up front with a bathroom, most likely. And there's your closet. Like that. Tile floor all the way through. Granite countertops. I can already see it. There's the timeout chair. That's where they throw everybody who's been bad, drank too much, timeout. All right. Got rid of those Villages $39 fans. Okay. So they got these movie chairs, which I like. I'm okay with this. The quartz countertops, gas stove. Not a huge amount of cabinets, actually. You're kind of surprised. But not too bad. They're typical. There we go. Pretty. I don't mind the cabinets. They're good looking. So they changed out the lighting in this. Little eating area, which is nice. So here's the first bed. Love the blinds. Love the shutters. Are pretty. Like the flooring in there, too. It's nice and bright. Here's a shared bath. Quartz or granite countertops. Nice tile to the ceiling. Love it. There you go. Another bed. Nice. Here's the master, I'm assuming. I love the fans. Pretty. So here's the bath. Nice dual sinks. Walk-in shower over here. Same cabinets in the kitchen as in the bathroom, which is nice. Love it. Finished closets. Beautiful. Here's this big, huge back enclosed lanai. What a bunch of added space they've done with this. This is nice. Beautiful fans, vinyl flooring out here. Very nice. I love it. That gives you a ton of extra space. And they get the mini split out here too, which is nice. You can heat it and cool it. You will get some cool days down here sometimes, folks. Today's been kind of wild, right? When it came to temperatures, we were down in the newer sections today, and it got down to like 70, 76, and then it quickly got back up to 84. So this time of year, it's very erratic with the weather and the temperature. It can change relatively quick. It's pretty. Washer dryer off the kitchen. Here's the backyard. Again, this is a corner lot. Gutters all around the house. Pretty. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I don't mind this house. So 3750 Raspberry Core, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1927 square foot, sitting at 569. Now, it's a little bit older than the previous one we just looked at. It's going to have a roof done soon. It's already at its 10-year mark. And so you got to think about that. But it does have that nice corner lot. It's a pretty house, beautiful flooring, nice kitchen, nice countertops. It's well laid out. And it's got that nice closet in the front door when you walk in. I love that. And but at the same time, you have to decide $295 per square foot at this age. Compared, there's already some that are 2, 3, 4 years old, half this age, selling at or cheaper than this price. But again, this is a nice corner lot. Think about this one again, 3750 Raspberry Court. All right, the next one's 3769 Causey Court, Causey. 3 beds, 3 full baths on this, I think. 1905 square foot. Been on the market 36 days, sitting at 314 a square foot. But again, built in 2021. Yeah, 3 full baths in this. The lot on this is 0.18 because it is a corner lot. Lots are typically bigger. Better than new. Stunning 3 bed, 1928 square foot. Mossy oak home built in 2021. The Village Hammock at Fenny. So I love the Fenny area. It's pretty. It's a great location. Not too far from the newer section. Deesport, Sawgrass, Brownwood. Good location. So think about that. Let's see. Right over here. Here's Warm Springs. There's Magnolia Plaza. There's Marsh Bend that brings you down to the newer sections. And Warm Springs will bring you over here to Magnolia Plaza, which will bring you into Sawgrass. So you got some entertainment, some things to do. There's Edna's on the Green. I was just there the other day. It's a beautiful place. I love it in there. Get something to eat, watch some entertainment. It's underneath some beautiful trees. So if I can find it on my phone, I'll put a picture up here for you. But it's absolutely beautiful. So think about this. Let's see some photos. Pretty front entry. It's nice. Gutters all around, which is good. This looks like tile when you walk in. Love it. Tile floor all the way through. It does have a screen on the golf cart garage. This screen comes down remotely. It's kind of nice. You can open that door if you want to kind of keep your garage nice and cool. That'll help without getting all the little bugs in and the little lizards. Here we go. So we walk in. Obviously, walk in. There's some bedrooms over here to your left as you walk in, and a bathroom probably. Is that the same thing? I don't know. No, it's a little different. So we walk in. Here comes the kitchen. Here's a living room. All right, I'm not sure what the photographer's thinking. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not a good shot, though. It's a mess in there with the furniture. Okay. Is anybody living in this house? It's just like a party house. What is it? Like one chair in the corner with a light. Okay. It does have quartz countertop, which I love, I believe, if I ever make it to the kitchen. Yep, there you go. Quartz countertops, gas stove. I love this backsplash. I love the cabinets, too. It's beautiful. They just got to take better photos. Get rid of some of this furniture in the photos. It's all over the place. It's a mess. One bar stool. Just get rid of it. Got to move that stuff around when you're taking photos. All right. It's pretty. I don't want bad photos to ruin the house, but I will tell you, bad photos can ruin a house. And it can ruin your home sale, without a doubt. especially if they're comparing this home to something else that has beautiful photos and well decked out when it comes to furniture. It can definitely hurt this home sale. Like that picture is totally not big enough for that wall. I would have put a fake one on there. All right. I mean, I like the fact there's tile floor all the way throughout. It's nice. It doesn't look like somebody really moved into this house. Like plain Jane furniture. Okay. So again, quartz countertops, dual sinks. There you go. Tile shower. Here's another bed with one chair. Like, did somebody move here just by themselves and just throw this stuff in this house? Like, we just hang out in this room and look out the window? I don't know. Kind of weird to me. All right, so here you go. There's again nice countertops. Is that tile? I think it's tile, or it's like one of those plastic molds. Looks like tile to the ceiling. Again, same flooring. I love it. Love the flooring. Love the countertops. This is a nice bed with its own bath, which I love. That's why I said it's too bad this is decked out the way it is. And don't get me wrong, it's probably not the realtor's fault. It's probably there's just not enough furniture in this house. Looks like they half moved in. And sometimes you just can't take nice photos when there's nothing there. Okay. Pretty. All right. So this is the hallway down. I'm not sure where we are. So again, photos all over the place. They did the driveway floor or the garage floor, which is nice. Here's back lanai, which is expanded. This is an expanded lanai. It's got this 3 or 4 fold door. These all come back in layers, which is nice. They have another slider over here. Again, this is a beautiful corner lot. Doesn't look like anybody's really living here. It's like they half moved in and left. I love these screens they just pulled down. They're nice. It's not very old. I don't understand why people buy here. I'm trying to figure out when it comes to they just come here, buy it, doesn't even look like they moved in, and then they're putting it up for sale. But it's a beautiful corner lot. Think about this. Now, you could put a really kick butt pool here. They planted some trees all the way through here. You may have to remove some of them if you're going to put a pool in. It's nice. I don't care for the photos. Okay. 600,000, 3 beds, 3 full baths. I like the layout because this has its own little bedroom with a suite with its own bath. So I like that. I like this house. I love the design of this house. It's pretty, got a great lot. I just don't want you to think that these photos ruin the house. They could, but at the same time, this is a pretty house. Trust me, when we get in there, it'll be a gorgeous place. 36 days in the market, 3 beds, 3 full baths, built in 2021. It's not very old in the village of Hammock, and it's not that far. It's right over here near Fenney. Okay, good location, quiet, not near that highway noise over here. So think about this one again, 3769 Causey Court. So think about where prices should be on houses based on interest rates, because really interest rates dictate housing prices. And since we've had rates go from 2.75% all the way up to 6.75%, the house prices should change to the lower end of the housing pricing structure in order to keep that payment at $2,400 per month. That is the reason why people over the last 40 years have been able to buy houses, because prices adjust with interest rates. And it's not happening today. It's tougher, even though prices are coming down all across the board in the South on a slow basis. And in the North, there's still not a huge amount of inventory. Prices are not adjusting fast enough on this level because we printed most likely so much money, so much inflation, highly irresponsible government in the last 5 years when it comes to inflation has really put so much money into the market. It's crazy. But at the same time, that's where we're at today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Go to our villages tab, buy a home. You can do fast home search the home in multiple different ways. I have all the searches broken down for you. Download a map that's been highly successful to actually let you see each individual village within the villages and pull up the inventory of that village on our website. Open house map, I just updated it today. I'll update it tomorrow morning for tomorrow's open houses. And then download our buyer's manual, or if you're going to do a lifestyle visit, let me know. We'll refund you up to $1,000 of your lifestyle visit if you buy a home through us in the villages. Okay. So if you have any questions, please call me, reach out to me. I'm usually available. I pick up my phone. People are surprised when I do, and I don't know why, but I pick up my phone. Feel free to call me. My information is down below. And everybody have a rocking day.